Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, soldiers and citizens of the GRE. Today we have one of the most specialist guests we've had at the top of the top. Today with me is Emperor FandOo. How's your day been, sir?
Been all right, man. It's been all right. What about you, bro?
It's been amazing so far. We've hosted multiple interviews, and Unscripted is really making a comeback.
I'm glad to hear. It's probably one of my more favorite projects in Rome. Started a few months ago, bro. That was peak. I can't remember who ran it, but whoever ran it, bro, it was fun.
Okay, we'll go into some deep questions, if you don't mind. Firstly, what do you think the RIC meeting room was like when they decided to make the Empire into two clans?
Sorry, repeat the question. I was focusing on something else. Sorry.
What do you think the meeting room of the RIC was like when to split up the Empire and make it into two clans? As in, what was the brainstorming behind it, and what exactly happened?
I mean, I was kind of talking to Abu. Like I remember this pretty vividly. I mean, it was always our plan to like kind of expand a little bit. Um, just specifically into Clone Wars because I know Abu big Star Wars guy himself. So, but I mean, it's pretty good. We've had a lot of disagreements on how that will look like and whatnot. I mean, mainly me playing the antagonist. I'm not a big fan of kind of like the GRE setup, but the people want what they want, and they'll get what they want. So. I've been as supportive as possible, but I'm really excited to kind of see how Clone Wars plays out and how Rome benefits from it. And I don't know if you guys seen my most recent announcement. I just announced it a few minutes ago, but um, I'm really excited for what Slider and his development team are working on. I think they're doing great with the new Clone Wars map. I was just in there, so yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff, in my opinion.
Okay, what do you think the date that the Clone Wars might be releasing?
A date? I don't have a specific date for you, but I will say the map is really good. It's looking great. But I would assume definitely sometime in the first 2 to 3 weeks of December. I think it's a given that we can get it out before like Christmas. But it's also with and kind of posting a community out there, you have to really time it well. You have to focus on who's gonna be on, what school breaks there's at, or still in high school and middle school. They kind of see Rome and the clans surrounding it as kind of like a little fun escape. So we gotta plan around them, but definitely should be first 2 to 3 weeks of December.
Okay, what do you think is going to happen with the splitting of the clans? This is a question I asked the clan leaders before, which was, what do you think is going to happen to the clans? Since I know a lot of people of the Roman Empire used to be very in the United Empire's version of Clone Wars, and then when they found the whole scandal about Raz and Abdul, they switched over to something a little bit better, and by a little bit I mean a whole lot better, which was Rome. So with that, and with both the GRE and the RIC like putting out a new CW out in the open, what do you think might happen with the migration, and what do you think will happen to most of the higher positions in Rome?
I'm not really like not really too informed on the scandal. What do you mean by scandal?
The whole you know the United Empire, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Both of their leaders, which is Raz Maz and Abdul. And this is something that I was shocked when I found out back in my host days, before I, of course, quit, is that they both are, let's just put it that they're not the best people, and not near the best people at all.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, I think it's gonna be pretty cool, to see how that plays out. I'm really excited, specifically to see like kind of our version and our take on Clone Wars because I know UE has had their version out for a few years now, and I mean no shade to them, but I think we can you know in any market you can take an idea and do it way better, and I think that's what we're gonna do with ours. Um, Main concern is people will lose a little bit of passion for Rome, but I think kind of just like looking at instance counts and amount of people on the past few days, and obviously looking at room statistics, average play time, and kind of like the amount of visits we get a day. I think the hype for Rome and a push around is not going to go anywhere. But I am excited to see how quick CW grows and uh, how excited people are for it because I know I am. I'm pretty excited for that map to drop.
Okay, I also had a question, a personal question is, uh, what has been happening lately? Because I saw that Abu has been on a lot, but in my career I think never saw you. So this is my first time actually meeting you. I've heard a lot about you, and I've heard very good stories, but know that a lot of people in Rome do not get to meet the emperors a lot. And of course, I understand that because you're managing a a very huge empire, and of course, with the expansion of it, what do you think is going to be happening in your personal like ideas? Do you think that you and Abu might be making more public appearances, or what do you think will be happening?
Well, yeah. I know for me, I'm kind of at like a pretty crucial point in my life personally. Anybody who knows anything about me, I own a local exterior cleaning company. We service well over 200 clients in my area, and I've been running this company for a few months now, and it keeps me busy. An SMMA agency, and I'm kind of expanding kind of like my game, me and Abu's game development projects into Roblox and whatnot, and I've been leading the charge in that. And kind of what I asked from Abu is he takes care of everything Rome and everything kind of Rec Room, and I take care of the rest. Um, and yeah, so gosh, I wish I had more time to be here and whatnot, and I'm trying to get back into it, ease my way into things, and kind of rebrief myself with kind of how things are going. But I mean, gosh, I can't really say much else than Abu's been great at running things, and obviously I can't downplay the amount of effort that the Roman Imperial Council has put into this place and really kind of kept it going for me. But yeah, I mean, I I've had my opinions. I voiced my opinions to Abu, but at the end of the day, I kind of follow what everybody in high positions want and kind of what the community wants. I think that's the thing for me. If you looked at the votes channel in the Discord, you'll see just countless votes that I made throughout the course of Rome and whatnot, and because I truly value the general public's opinion. I think there's no purpose in running a community and running a clan if you really don't care about the people who are in that clan and what they have to say about the state of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean. The voice of the people is what makes a clan great.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's really the people.
Okay, and I've had a kind of important question. I do hope I can ask normally. Is what do you think is the situation happening with the unbans and the ban appeals that are happening? Because I personally I've seen many people that have gotten or even treason or very bad stuff in general. And I can give a couple examples that suddenly show up without really without really anybody knowing how, but they suddenly show up. So how do you think that may happen? How do you think that happens exactly?
Well, if you know anything about Abu, I've known this guy personally for well over five years now, I think. He's a very forgiving person, in my opinion. He will, you can, people have like called him stuff, called him, horrible things, but he always has room, in his heart to forgive and forget, which it's a good thing, it's a great thing, but this is where I kind of find a lot of turmoil and we find a lot of disagreements. Is I think if people betray Rome in any way and kind of make a fool out of our community, I think they should be banned. And Abu thinks hey, if they're willing to come back and they're willing to change, I think they should have a place in here, right? So there's some truth to both sides. Um, but kind of, I've actually brought this up to him and multiple other people in the Roman Imperial Council. I think I'm pushing for some change in our unban and appeal system, right? Other people are too, and I hope we can come to sort of a compromise come the release of CW and make it a little bit more formal. It also gives people more jobs to do. I want people to find a purpose in this place, and I think that there should be some bureaucratic way of solving this issue, and I'm excited to see in the next coming weeks.
Okay, and I had a quite an important question, which I was thinking about, and I think yes, I remember now, which is what usually I'm asking the question of the ban appeals is because I personally I used to be a big UE fan. I used to be a lot of roles in UE, and then when I found out about draws and so, I decided to leave the UE. And as a member that left the UE, I wanted to, of course, like find out more. Because I've seen a lot of people say bad things about UE at the time, and I was like, "What? Why are they saying that? I haven't seen anything bad till now." So I made, of course, I found out some things. I went to some discords, and I've been informed, and I'm not sure if I can say this publicly, but I've seen that the UE has is I know that there might be spies in RE that are from UE, and this is because this is something I learned about the UE is they always like to make themselves higher than other people in a way. Whereas, like I see that Rome, we're always for like as you said, Abu is always forgiving. We don't like. I don't think I've ever seen a high rank talk down to a low rank, and when that does happen, I've actually seen them get punished and get into a lot of serious trouble. But I feel like in the UE, it's not really like that because I've heard tons of stories about UE and UE members that honestly make me wonder how was this possible. So do you think with the like because I know a lot of people got banned because things. Do you think that they might be coming back because they are spies? That is a genuine
Um,
question I've had.
I mean, I hope not. But I mean, I like what you said there. Yeah, I don't know. I think RP communities are really fun. They're really cool, right? I've been playing them since I was pretty young, and now I've had the opportunity to own some of the biggest in the game, and um, I always had a pet peeve against people who really talk down to other a higher position than them in a clan, and I never agreed with that personally. I think it's a pretty disgusting thing to do. You're all the same. You're all great people, and you just want to have fun on the game and whatnot. And you want to spend time doing something that productive and whatnot, and kind of build for this community. And yeah, I think it's disgusting when people kind of talk down to others. I mean, I own everything, and uh, gosh, I don't see anybody any less. You know what I mean? It's just it's a horrible mindset to get stuck into. But yeah, definitely. I hope there's not any spies. I mean, gosh, if there is, I know we have a great intelligence system that kind of rids everything out for us. But yeah, I mean, also this has happened many times in the past with Rome and kind of other clans that I've owned. Is people come to spy for another clan and they realize that this place is actually quite better than what they've experienced in the past. So a lot of times they just come over and kind of integrate and assimilate into our community, leave their their past behind them. So yeah, I mean, if anybody is watching this in Rome that has some ties with any other clan, I mean, say you're welcome. You're welcome to leave and leave your past behind you and come here. I mean, have more fun at this community than theirs. You know what I mean?
To be honest, I couldn't agree what you said, because I personally I didn't really join Rome as a way of. I found it out. I was at the time the leader of a small clan, and we were very small yet, but we had two of our like two top members leave, and they gave us like excuse that they want to make like bigger commitments to Rome. And I was like, I don't understand what this Rome is. I never understood I've heard a lot about it, so let me join them, ask them what's happening. And as soon as I joined, I just was home for some reason because all the clans that I've been in, and I've been in a big amount of clans to be honest, is that they're all event based and they all die after a week or two. No matter how big they are, like I saw a clan with 50k or 500k, and they were event based and they died off surely as well. But the thing with Rome was that no matter what time it is, you can join an instance, and there's gonna be one person that's gonna just turn into your lifelong friend. So honestly, I do think that what you said is completely correct about the fact of a lot of people do not like misunderstand Rome, and when they actually come see it and understand it, they just blend right into the community.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hope that's the case for everyone. But yeah, I mean, gosh, I'm glad with the pace that we're growing at, and we can keep instances alive and whatnot. And hey, not trying to be the biggest, just trying to let people have fun.
Okay, well, folks, I've asked all the questions I've had. Sir, would you like to say anything?
No, man, just big things are coming, so stay tuned. Everybody who's watching.
Okay, well, folks, that was it. I hope you are impressed with unscripted product and the things we've been pushing out for you. And I think all we can say now is Ava Roma. So I would like to roll the credits. Is our special guest was, I think, the most known person in Rome is His Royal Highness Emperor FandOo. Our cameraman was Blood Downlord, and the executive producer and podcast host was me. Hopefully, we'll be able to push out way more content for you, and hopefully, this is not going to be the last time we meet.